could smack someone in the nuts because they don't see it. You know, they could be playing clones of themselves and they'd still be bitching. JLaw should go into acting. Xavier cannot let him shoot there. That's his shot. Look at JLaw's right foot. Oh, God. Yeah! What's up, everybody? I'm just kidding, you guys. That's my Cash and Assy impression. I love Cash. I just also like to make fun of him. It's my way of showing love. So we're checking out JLaw versus Xavier again. A lot of people were saying that this video was much more intense and better than their first one, which I thought their first one was actually pretty good. So it'll be curious. I haven't watched it yet, so I have no idea what happens, but I'm very excited to see it. So Xavier, 1-0. JLaw needs to win 2 in a row to win. All right. So I'm pretty sure there's not a game 3, which tells me maybe we already know who won. I don't know.
Hey, come on now.
Jesus.
Come on now.
Dude, what was that move? Holy sweet. He just like slowed down his... So he gives him a little shoulder bump while he gathers. That's the nice gather, and then does a little Euro step. Dude, that's like such an advanced move. I would never even think to do that. Boom, boom, sick.
Come on now.
Was that a foul, you guys? I don't think it was. I think it was just a good move. Actually, you know what? He did kind of lower his shoulder there. He does sort of. Yeah, look at that. He's kind of leaning in. That's pretty hard. I think I'd call it.
Hey, come on now.
Maybe not from this angle, but from a side angle, I think I would call that. That's brutal. I only say that because like that kind of hurts. Taking that shoulder to the chest hurts, man.
We're calling all the holdups. Holy shit. I'm just saying. You lowered and initiated. For all the kids that you always bully.
For all the kids that you always bully.
For all the fucking kids. You play against. You bully.
Dude, he is so quick. Xavier is so quick. God, he's quick. That's his, I mean, all right, I'm going to rewind it again. I know we've seen it a bunch, but like I said, remember last video I said that's kind of his go-to move? And if you don't have this move, trust me, it works so well. And by the move I'm talking about is just where you come over with your opposite foot, which is his left foot. He's going to cross his body with his left foot. And then he goes hard, but then he immediately cuts the corner, goes behind the back. It's a nasty move. You can pull up right there. You can do a step back from there. He even gets JLaw tripping, which, look at JLaw's right foot. Oh, God. No, God, dude. Oh, and I know I've said this before. When someone looks quick on film, they're like 2 to 3 times as quick in person. So it's crazy how fast Xavier is. And JLaw is really quick, but he even makes JLaw look kind of slow, which is just scary to me. That's NBA athleticism right there. JLaw switching up pivot. Wait, I always forget JLaw's left-handed. Never mind. Nice take, dude. Beautiful. That was beautiful. Xavier's playing a little more physical now after he's gotten scored on. Wow. Dang. Good shot, dude. Really good shot. These guys are nasty. I mean, is that the same move? Did he just do the same move? Aren't they only playing to 5? I haven't been paying attention. Sorry, but wasn't that the same move that we just saw? Drives hard to the left, leans in and does a little step back and hits it. And before that, he had tried hard to the left. Oh, okay, it's a little different. Kind of faked a little spin. Dang. I mean, I don't think a 1v1 game gets much better than this. Like, the defense is really good. The offense is really good. The intensity is really good. The energy is really good. He's giving him a shot. All right. I don't know if that's because Xavier's kind of tired or what.
3 in a row.
There was a pretty good red mark there. They only get 3 dribbles, right? Yeah, okay. Good D. All right, it's time for us to... Man, that is his shot. Okay. Xavier cannot let him shoot there. That's his shot.
Of course it is. Absolutely not. JLaw, so what about the one over there when I knocked the ball at your hand? It was way out of my possession. You're not taking that away from me.
Yeah. I think that's fair, man. This is a good game.
Knockaway is a turnover. We always played like that.
Never. A knockaway that goes out of possession, that is a turnover.
If knockaway is a change of possession, it's
If
over.
you hit it and it goes out here, bounces twice, way out of possession, that's one thing. That ball bounced, went right up to my hands, and I wait.
We've always played any knockaway
Never.
is a change of possession, Jay. You
Never.
know that. We always have.
Never.
Every time we played.
Never. Maybe with that, maybe with Sam.
I'm trying to get a feel for whether or not these guys are still kind of trolling each other. The first game, it definitely appeared like they were joking more. Now I feel like it's almost one of those things where it's sort of like first you fool, then you fight, and it's getting a little more serious now. Especially with Xavier. If you look at Xavier's face, I don't know. He seems a little more pissed in this game. So I do want to say, there was a few things I wanted to say. Well, number one, so I don't know much about JLaw. He probably played like Division 1 or something, but it's crazy how a very good player, even though Xavier is the better player hands down, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the game of one-on-one. Which I feel like some people don't really understand that. I don't know. But it's always possible. But I do want to talk about Xavier's defense because it's just so good. And I know I was talking about take away the left-handed drive, but Xavier, just the way he mirrors, and he's a little hand checky, but just like look how he's switching up his base. He doesn't just stay in one position. JLaw comes this way, and he decides to switch it up his base this way and kind of cut off the drive to the left. What happened here? He got the strip, and maybe if we're being fair to Xavier, and he was thinking that because I stripped it, game over. I don't know. But either way, it's just really good defense, followed by a really good shot. Maybe he was being legit. I don't know. Maybe he was like, dude, that's my ball because I stripped it. But either way, this is such a great game. Nice. Jeez. And JLaw doesn't, when someone's playing up and you tight, you kind of do this reverse pivot, and watch how just all he does is just a little hard little jab step here, kind of with like a rocker step. And look how much room he created. That's enough for him to reverse pivot. And the thing is, so here's something else I want to say. The thing is, so Xavier's been nailing quite a few shots. That first game, I feel like he killed JLaw. My hunch is that we'll start to see Xavier miss more because he's had to play harder defense because JLaw's hitting your bucket. So that's kind of the secret to one-on-one, is by actually scoring more buckets, you're making it hard for your defender to score more buckets because their legs are gone, they're more tired, they're having to play defense. And I've noticed, like, in games of one-on-one that I've lost, it's pretty much, I don't know, it kind of goes without saying, if you're not missing, how are you going to win the game? But for me, it's more obvious that when you're not making your buckets, then the defender doesn't have to play defense, and then they have legs for their offense. It's easier for them to hit their shots because they're fresher. So it's weird. Wow, nice shot. And some of you have probably heard the phrase "the best defense." I'm gonna butcher this, but it's like it's to go something like this: the best defense is the best offense, and I think that's kind of what it means to some degree. Or what's probably going to happen is someone's going to correct me in the comment section. So check out this move. Bam, behind the back. Even lost his handle a bit and still hits it. Man, JLaw's feeling it today. I think he really wants to win this game. I don't know if he does or not. Good defense. Nice. Great defense.
What?
That was mostly ball.
I held on to the ball the whole time.
JLaw should go into acting.
Yeah, you showed it to me. You're exactly right.
He's so trolly.
I can't get there.
Across my body, hit my Apple Watch to a whole new screen. Whoa.
Apple Watch to a whole new screen.
On that one.
You put it in front of you, Jay. You put it right here.
If I should have gone down on yes, I'll reward you. I held on to the freaking ball. I held on to the ball the whole time. What are you saying? I just got rope like amazing strength?
No, because I slapped it. It like moved in your hand and you stopped.
This is male drama right here. God, Xavier. I don't know how many times I can say it, but he's so quick. He's just so quick. There's a little foul-y on defense. I think JLaw was kind of shovey there. But you know what? The thing is, as long as both the players are playing equally shovey, like this, there's a clip in the first video where the roles are reversed here, and Xavier is the one doing the pushing. And it's like, I'm going to have to show the clip. It's like almost exactly the same. And I even think... Well, it's the one, I think if I remember right, it's the one where they went up and I'm like, what is going on? Because actually Xavier jumps in front of JLaw. But yeah, it's nuts. I think as long as the players though are playing the same amount in terms of fouls and aggressiveness, then it's okay. Which I feel like these guys are. That's another reason why this is such a good game of one-on-one. Perfect.
Hey, I got you early with the hands. If you want it, then I want to hear from that one. I do not want to hear it on a smoke layup.
I can't even go.
X, you're hitting my arms off the line. JLaw, understood.
X gon' give it to you.
X gon' give it to you. You're stopping my progress. Every bucket I have going to the basket, I literally have to push back because I'm getting hit off, and I'm still trying to go.
And I don't?
I would say it's fair. I'd say it's fair for both of them.
You haven't been able to go by me. You're playing 3 feet off, and I'm still getting there. And every time I go to the basket, I'm having to push back like this.
Like, what do you guys think? Do you think it's fair, or do you think that JLaw's a little more foul-y? Wow, it was absurdly. He makes that probably. Oh, it's a good shot. To me, it seems like they're both playing similarly on defense in terms of the aggressiveness. I mean, look, he's definitely hand checking. He's active with his hands.
Hold my shoulder down. Stop. You get yours. I get mine. You can't go right through my shoulder right there. What are you? Look at that. Look at that, X.
That's where?
How did they get into their phone so quickly? That's cool.
You completely
The reality is though, they're both playing the same. That's what I think is funny. You know, they could be playing clones of themselves and they'd still be bitching. Is that not true? Is that not a true statement? I mean, we saw it in the last drive where I was talking about how JLaw was pushing. He's definitely pushing. I mean, they're both pushing. But I would give this play to X. I would. I think overall, I mean, it was a clean block. It was a good read. It was a physical play. So I'd give it to Xavier.
right on my left bicep. You completely killed my progression up to the finish.
This is what they should do when they bitch. They should just shoot for it.
I gave you one. All I asked is for reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
And how long are you going to hold the ball in this triple threat position? 4 seconds.
4 seconds. You're screwed.
Can't go that way. Can't go by me.
Yeah, it's getting to a point now where this is looking like they're both playing hardcore Devin Williams defense. I mean, it's definitely he's ripping his bicep there with that hand. So how do you drive by a guy doing that? I mean, it's physical now. So now it's like whoever can withstand the physicality better is going to win. We'll see. But this is what I like. See, had JLaw not won the first video, I mean, obviously there wouldn't be this game, but even if they were playing to 5 or so, I don't know, whatever, but they both want to win. That's why we're seeing the intensity, especially in this third game. Nice. He can make that. Ooh, good shot, dude. That was a tough shot. All right, JLaw says same thing I do. That's fair. Nice. Good shot, bro. Rip through. What? Oh. I thought he got that. Let's see, was that a I wish we had 2 camera angles. This game is worthy of at least 2 camera angles, yeah? Let's see. We can't really see if he probably got his arm, but yeah, whatever. Oh, it's jeez. All right, guys, leave a comment in the section below if you know where this move comes from, this defensive move. Oh yeah, we've seen that before. We've seen that before. I don't know how you guard X though. I really don't. Like every everything you do versus X exposes you to something else on defense.
Holy freaking crap. I got the ball.
Foul me here. Foul me going up. Both fouls.
X, you're wild, man. You're freaking wild.
Woo! I mean, look at that's the quickness of an NBA player right there. I think it's just exemplary. What did it even do? Like half the time I don't even know what he does. Just a one dribble bounce, switches up his feet, kind of like that runner's move, and then crosses him. And it happens at lightning speed. I want to see that again in real time. It's nuts. And what is he, 6'4"? God. And then he cuts off the angle as soon as he beats his defender. Like, here's what an inexperienced basketball player would do if he beat his defender like X would here. Notice how X is going to kind of go this way, which cuts off JLaw. An inexperienced basketball player would still drive this way and not try to make any contact. That's the difference between a really good player and just your average player. But you can see this last move here. X, see how he kind of jumps into him. He goes into him. He doesn't go this way and continue his momentum. He goes this way into JLaw, which prevents, if JLaw jumps, he's jumping right into X. So that's the difference. Ooh. I'm surprised he missed that. Jeez. So we don't have I don't think we have a camera angle to really see what happened there. Where is he talking about? He pushed me. It's really a cat and mouse game with that offhand when you're driving and the defender's hands as they're hacking you. There wasn't really much of a push there, actually. He comes up with the offhand and blocks. That's my move. That's my move right there, you guys. It's a good move. A little different. I mean, you can block. You can just JLaw can, if JLaw really wants, he can just put his right hand to kind of cover the ball, right here, and then so how would he block it without fouling him, right? Because that's a good move. I think that was fine. I think that was definitely fine on JLaw's part. That was a good drive. That's not a push, Xavier, compared to what you've done, dude. Compared to your shoulder. And also notice how JLaw, I mean, if you can attack that top foot, does he actually? Okay, this is what I was gonna say. This is a cheater move. I'm gonna bring this up. All right, I thought I was the only one who knew this secret. Apparently, it's not me. Whenever you think that, thanks to the internet, it's not true. You never know a secret. The only secrets you know are the personal ones about your own life. But check this out. I'm gonna bring this up because this is a cool move. He kind of hooks that leg, which prevents him from pivoting. Just a little bit, just a little tap. It's not like he's sweeping it, but just a little bit to help beat that leg. I guarantee it makes a difference. But they're both doing something cheesy. Like Xavier's kind of blocking his hips a little, and JLaw is just preventing that leg from pivoting. I didn't think anyone else did that. All right, that's cool. That's super cool. That's a little dirty. I'd say it's a little dirty, but it's a good move. And then he attacks that top foot, and if you make a guy have to back pivot like Xavier does here, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to recover on defense once you're having to do this switch move. But you know what? It's Xavier, and his feet are freaking quick, so it doesn't matter that much. But I just wanted to point that out. Oh, he even mentions it. Okay, cool.
Yes, exactly.
Hold on, that's funny. Wow. Man, both these guys are so with it. You grabbed me, right? Yeah, he even noticed it.
Yes, exactly.
So when I was playing high school basketball, my friend and I, that drill when you are practicing bringing up the ball, you dribble to your left, you sort of spin move, dribble to your right, spin move, or go behind the back or through the legs, and you sort of switch directions, and then it's the defender's responsibility to run and cut you off. My friend and I, we'd always kind of joke, and we would be tapping each other's back and knee as we were doing it, just to piss them off and stuff. And I think that's how we kind of developed the move offensively in high school, where you sort of pull back their knee. That's funny.
I got by you, man. You worked with Steve before? What does he teach? You worked with Steve Nash. What does he teach? Get by. Grab it.
Yes, to knock this one down. You can't grab here.
Homie,
I have no way to move.
I grabbed the outside of your leg. I was getting into space.
So is that a foul or no?
My battery died, but I wanted to see what Steve did he not talk about like what Steve Nash? That's another thing. I would love to hear NBA players have such insight into the game, like very subtle insight that none of us are aware of.
You can't grab here.
Homie,
I have no way to move.
I grabbed the outside of your leg. I was getting in your face.
Yeah, it's definitely a foul, JLaw.
Ref's not gonna see that.
Oh, the ref's not going to see it, so that makes it okay. That's too funny.
I gave you your 2 fouls. Crap, 3, 4 fouls.
All right, man. These guys are interesting. I still think they're a little trolly. Like, I don't think they're 100%. They're not 100% serious. They're like 70% right now. Wow, there's that move again. I just want to see how, like, look how much space. So someone plays up on you. You pivot away. And you just give them this quick little, boom, little rocker step fake jab. And it freaks people out. I know, too, because people do that to me all the time when I'm playing defense, and I hate it. There's, like, no good way to read it. I don't think there is, at least. He had the space, though. Now he's going to have to recreate it. Nice move. Dang. Wow. I really thought, I actually thought JLaw should have just shot there. Like, I thought he was just going to pull up because he had the room. The reason he has the room, I mean, obviously he doesn't know that this is happening because it's so quick, but Xavier's playing on his right foot. There's no way he's going to jump like this, right? And that time JLaw could have just pulled up. It was game over. Instead, he gave Xavier a little bit of a chance there. Good finish. And one. I think that was, he got body fouled maybe or not. I don't know. 4-4, game point. Wow. Wow. JLaw knew game was over. Because why? Because he had to reverse pivot here. You beat that top foot, you're done. Especially versus Xavier. He knows it. Look at that smile. He's like, that pivot foot's done. Boom, he gives him a little shoulder for some contact. JLaw's like, oh my God, that contact hurts, bro. Look at JLaw's face. He's like, oh, that shoulder hurts. That shoulder definitely hurts. Takes it inside, sweeps the hand. Look at that. Just sweeps his hand, man. He's not messing around. He's sweeping that nice little gentle hand sweep right there. Boom. JLaw knows he's screwed, dude. He's got, I mean, Xavier, when Xavier has you on your side like this, you're pretty much done. He's just Xavier's making some good contact. JLaw's like, dude, I got to hug him. Otherwise, this game is over. And then JLaw, what does JLaw do? I mean, he fouls him, flagrantly fouls him. He's like, no, we got to stop. We got to stop you guys because I fouled you. No, this bucket doesn't count. I guarantee that's how the story's going to go. It doesn't count because I fouled you. Poor JLaw, he wants this win so badly.
If mine was a foul, yours was a foul, my man. High rip, and you go over my hand.
Here's what's going to be funny about this. Even though JLaw fouled him intentionally, now he's going to be bitching about wanting the foul to count because it's towards his advantage, right? So both these guys are just arguing whenever it's in their advantage.
What did you just say?
Or whenever it's in their favor.
And leg, right? You just said to grab hand, grab leg. That's what you just said.
Yes. In eyes view of every ref on the planet, and you go over and throw me through. This is wild. I've never in my life played a game where there were so many foul calls against me and none called against the opponent. But I'm a man of my word. Let's shave my head.
Say one thing, and then something else happens, and you go against it. You literally just told me right there. You literally just said, what? You worked with Steve. What did Steve tell you? What'd you say? You said hand and leg. You said grab hand, grab leg. That's exactly what you said, Jay. So you put your hand out here, and I ripped over the top because you had your hand stopping me, and I grabbed your hand, your right, and I just took you down.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Every possession. You threw. And then I played through a foul down here.
Hand grabs leg.
So what is
I don't understand what JLaw's actually saying
the
here.
difference between hand grabs arm or hand grabs forearm?
It's out of the vision, the view of the ref.
Oh, no, dude, that doesn't
How are
count.
you saying that? The ref's playing.
That's so stupid. So it's like, so as long as you do whatever you want to do and the ref doesn't see it, that's okay. So I can eye gouge somebody because they don't see it, or I can smack someone in the nuts because they don't see it. JLaw's crazy, man.
1, 2, and 3. So this one's gonna see it, or that one's gonna see it, or somebody on the baseline is gonna see it. You can't. You grab my leg, Jay, and I grabbed your hand. What's the difference?
And there's a big difference here. There's a big difference between grabbing the leg and grabbing the hand. Like what Xavier did there was swimming through. He's actually just getting the hand check away from him. What JLaw did on offense is, I mean, it's kind of a dirty play. I would only do it against someone if I was a little mad at him.
Mine is out of view. Mine, I established position. I beat you.
How is it out of
I beat you to space.
How is it out of
Yours
view when
is
you go
in
by
plain
me and go
sight.
like this? And take me and throw me this way. How's it different?
Because it's under.
And it's nuts because from what I'm hearing from JLaw, he's sort of insinuating this move where you grab the back of their knee is something that Steve Nash teaches. And I'm just floored because it's one of those things that I had thought myself and my own sort of narcissistic thinking that I was the one that came up with this move and that no one was aware of it. And, you know, lo and behold, I mean, I'm sure everything has been discovered already in the NBA because those guys play so much. They talk about it a lot.
I went under. My whole body
talk
is
about
down
basketball
there.
philosophy. It's
Shoulders down there.
crazy.
You literally are into space. Your hand is into space first. Granted, that's what we teach. I love it.
So then what is the problem?
The problem is you call a foul on me.
I mean, here, I guess we'll stop the video. Here's my final thoughts on it. I think it'd be fun to watch it reffed with 3 officials, NBA officials, to see how they would ref it. I still think Xavier, he's going to take the game hands down because I think he's the quicker opponent. But at the same time, it's not to say that JLaw couldn't win because we obviously saw JLaw win the first game. And I think Xavier is a little hand checky on defense. And they both sort of just started to hand check a bunch. And then the hand check became more aggressive and more aggressive, more aggressive. And then at the end, we're seeing Xavier kind of hug JLaw and all that. So it's obvious that Xavier is the better and quicker opponent, but I think it would be interesting to watch the game reffed, the one-on-one game versus them with referees. But I also think if that happened, I don't think the game would have been as fun, and I think either one of them would have had to back their defense off a little bit, so then either one of them could have scored very easily. So I'm almost glad there weren't refs because it made them play more physical, and then we were able to see sort of how they responded to that physicality. And that was pretty cool. This was a really good game. This might be the best game of one-on-one I've ever watched. I really think. Yeah, this might be the best game of one-on-one I've ever watched. It was pretty cool. I'm so tired of that shit happening, dude. So fucking tired of that shit happening. Oh, I've got full battery. The next thing you know, boom, your battery's gone.
You need to work on your jump shot.